you're not what anyone would class as your typical accountancy service.
That's what people say, but I think that's maybe because I'm just different.
So it's hard for me to stay concentrated while what I'm doing this work because she's so cute.
So it became like a little secret because I didn't tell anyone. This was hush hush. I think the hardest bit was Amazoning and getting your book on there because their print quality really is pretty rubbish. I wasn't happy with that, and then I was like, what do? I should invest in Dyson because I am a spokesperson for Dyson and have every Dyson product there is.
Hello, I'm back. It's Seasonal Discussions, and today I am joined by one of the guests I have been waiting a long time to get on. We had it booked for ages.
We did.
We had it booked for quite a while, but we are joined by Ruby, the Loveable Labrador. She's been... We're actually joined by Sara Smith, Ruby's servant, but Ruby is the important guest here, as you will see on the camera. We'll occasionally cut to, instead of having guest cam for today, we just thought we can have Ruby cam.
Absolutely.
Instead, because look at her. Look at that face. She's had her 10 minutes of wandering around and getting to know. She's had her snack. We'll skip past what the snack was and where she found it. But Ruby is the star of Ruby the Loveable Labrador, which was written by Sara, who's joining us today. But before we get into the book side of things, you need just an author. This kind of came as a side project. What is your main job for the UD?
What do you think I do? What do you think I look like I do if you weren't going to guess?
When you've got the comfy trainers on, you're casually dressed, you're probably working selling property to somebody.
I think that would be more...
That's something more fun.
Yes. And I set up Stellar Blue Accounting Services 2024. So I am a lifetime accountant. I, at the age of 15, made a 10-year plan that I was going to be qualified by the time I was 25.
At 15, you made a 10-year plan?
Yes. Which...
I wasn't making 10-minute plans when I was 15.
I don't lie. I think people judge, they judge you when you do that at 15. But I was very focused. I didn't care. I was doing that. So I didn't stop at any point in that 10 years to go, do you want to do this? It was like, I am doing it.
It's just happening.
Jesus. So when I qualified at 24, I was like, oh, what do I do? Like, I've always done it. I've worked in oil and gas, renewables, different kind of companies, management accountants, finance managers, but there was always something missing.
Okay.
It was good work. I was good at it. But I felt like there was something not right. Which is when I got Ruby.
It's your fault.
So it was the start of the journey, I think. I decided to go and work with a family business at this point because then I could take the puppy to work.
Fair.
So it was all based around getting a puppy. It was just adamant I was going to do this. Wasn't sure. I started working with a family a day a week and I was like, this is not going to be forever. 10 years later, we were really good. We had it all sussed. And I think when my dad basically decided, being in the fishing industry, that he was time to retire and play golf all the time, that he sold all his assets and left us without a job.
No.
So it was a case of going back to, I suppose that created an even bigger minefield as to what I was going to do. Am I going to do something totally different? But I had one of these 2 o'clock in the morning when you wake up like, fuck it, I know what I'm going to do.
Aha!
Yes, it was like a light bulb moment.
Aye.
A bit like when I decided to get Ruby.
Aye.
So I don't have a lot of them in my life, but I did. And I wrote it all out in the notebook in 2 o'clock in the morning.
Aye.
And I suppose I just didn't ever then go back to second guess it. I knew what I was doing then.
Yeah.
So since 2024, that's what we've been doing. We do use spreadsheets and we do like some software, but helping people's probably what pushes me to do it the most. But having the work-life balance maybe with the dog makes it a bit more fun.
What I like obviously we met randomly through, so I think it was like Zara brought you down to the office at one point because you were going to come on a podcast. You were talking about the book. You were unsure about coming on the podcast, so we thought, right, come down to the office, come and have a nosy, see the space. This is when we were based on Union Street, and we got chatting at the time, and straight off the bat, when she tells me they work in accounting, they have an accountancy firm, my brain instantly does the usual numbers, everything's there. You're not what anyone would class as your typical accountancy service.
That's what people say.
Yeah.
But I think that's maybe because I'm just different.
Yeah.
Rather than it being what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose it's just my approach to people in general.
Yeah.
I believe you've got to be yourself,
Mm-hmm.
whether you're working or outside of work, and be true to that.
Yeah.
And that way people have got a different kind of respect to work with you. I definitely can't sit and pretend that I get suited and booted to go to work. I do not. And
Can confirm we work in the same building.
but it's just like, I think for other businesses and for non-accountants or non-office, like based people, be able to sit and have a chat with someone and relate to them is what's important, to be comfortable with them. And that's like me. So even I don't like going to these accountancy dinners and awards. And I'm like, wow, that's not for me.
Aye, it's no fun.
No. So I think it's maybe, I feel like I've got a need to help people with their finances, but also make them comfortable with it.
Aye. It's like finances are important, but if you put too much pressure and stress on the finances, it doesn't help.
No.
Like, it needs to be relatable and comfortable. And to be fair, that was one of the first things I felt when you came in the office, is you weren't just an accountant. I think you cared more about the people that are involved in something, because that's what matters at the end of the day. It's neither figures, it's neither finances. Yes, they're important, but the person's more important than all of that.
And I think people focus a lot on business, but they just seem to ignore their well-being at the same time.
Aye.
And so I think it all goes in together in one big, you are one person. So your work person, your home person, everything has to be working well. You can't have a shit home life and then expect everything to go well at work.
True.
It is.
If one's a stress at home, then you're going to be stressed constantly. And I think bringing Ruby back into it, yes, you spoke about you. So it's hard for me to stay concentrated with what I'm doing this week, because she's so cute. Having her involved in both aspects, so having her involved in your work life and at your home life, means there is that connection between the two.
Absolutely.
I think she helps keep you grounded at work as well, because you're like us in the sense that there's no rigid work hours or there's no rigid office hours. It's focused around coming in, getting the work done, but still having time to go out and walk with the dog, take her home, make sure she's looked after.
They actually force a little bit of work-life balance. Was there someone making a noise?
Someone else is moving in the building.
Here.
How dare they? You'll be fine.
It encourages your balance.
Yeah.
So you've got to go out in the fresh air and you've got to have this time where you're not working.
Yeah.
But I actually think if you tune into a dog and they make you laugh. They bring you comfort. They know what you need and they give you that without
100%.
even asking for it, which is amazing. No
Unconditional.
other human can do that.
Oh God, no. Every human comes with a condition.
Yes.
Dogs don't.
And I think some people are a little bit offended when I say that, like, I love Ruby more than any other human being on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's how it'll stay.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I had to write the book, because there'll come a time where she's not here.
Aye. But she will always be here.
She will now.
Exactly. So how did that actually come about then? So from accountancy to writing a book, it's not two things that people would normally put together. They would never go, let me rephrase. Accountancy and writing a child's book, essentially. Accountants might write fictional books, factual books about tax assist. Exactly.
That's not for me.
No, but this is, how long was Ruby the Loveable Labrador sort of an idea before you eventually went, I'm going to go and do it?
It was actually quite instant. It was a very quick idea and a very, a bit like setting up Cellar Blue, a bit like getting Ruby. I've got a few of these moments in my life that just, you knew instantly you were doing it. I haven't been pondering for years over it.
Yeah.
Just got a little bit emotional that I might lose her and she wouldn't be here. So that was the driver for doing it. I wrote the story very quickly because it was a true story. And it was about one of her walks and what happened.
Yeah.
She got scared and how she overcomes that fear. But then working with the illustrator and bringing the book to life was actually so much fun.
Yeah.
So it became like a little secret because I didn't tell anyone. This was hush hush. It was like fun to do at home. Like I just didn't think that would be something that was fun. I'm not an arty person. It's nothing I've looked into before,
Mm-hmm.
but it became a bit a hobby really for a year till I got it all finalised. And then I decided, well, this is an opportunity to raise money for Mrs. Murray's.
Yeah.
So I thought this is the second good thing to come out of the book, because at the same time I can donate some money and people maybe will buy it thinking that it's all the proceeds are going to Mrs. Murray's. So I've got my tribute to my lovely dog and the charity benefits.
Yeah.
But I suppose I didn't expect the feedback from the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So the letters I get from kids and the things they say and the selfie requests with Ruby is actually, I suppose it warms my heart a little bit that kids are actually saying, oh, it's helping me not be scared. And
awesome.
I think that's then another little benefit to the book that I didn't even expect. But it's definitely something that's brought me joy.
How easy did you find that process? Because like I say, it's not something you'd done before. It was kind of an instinctual, this is something I want to do, so I'm going to go and do it. How easy did you find it, taking that, although it's a true story, but taking that and sort of turning it into a story that then fits in a book?
I think that finding an illustrator that fits is the first difficult thing. When you're not in that industry, you don't know any creative people. So actually going to find someone that I could work with. Glenn, the illustrator, has done fantastic work. He's not local, but I just seen his work online and he sent me the cover. He did that little sketch of Ruby as a tester and I was like, oh my God. I want it. It just looked so, it just represented Ruby.
It fits her incredibly well. It really does.
I think the hardest bit was Amazon and getting your book on there because their print quality really is pretty rubbish. I wasn't happy with that. And then I was like, what do I do? So we found some printers down in Forfar, Robertson Printers, and they really helped guide me on paper quality. Do you know there's such a thing as different kinds of paper?
What GSM would you like your book and what style? It's just like,
is it shiny? Is it matte? I'm like, I don't know.
Like, this is why I'm here talking to you.
Yes. So a bit like everything else that you do, you have to surround yourself with people that know better.
Yeah.
And my dad always said that to me. And I think whether it's in your accountancy work, it's in your home life, it's in anything you do, it's find people that know better than you about different stuff.
Yep.
This like just brings the knowledge that you don't know and you've kind of learnt the process. I do have other stories ticking around in there all the time now. When me and Ruby go somewhere, I'm like, oh, this could be a story.
Yeah.
But I just want to, I suppose I just want to let people see a bit of Ruby because she is so important to me. She's so important that
she is.
She is.
Do you know something? You can tell the importance that she has. I see a difference. Like we said, we work in the same building. Thankfully, thanks to yourself, to be honest with you, we wouldn't be in this building if it wasn't for you. So we're always eternally grateful for that. But seeing the difference in you when you're in here on days where she's not in with you.
Yeah, you see a difference.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Because there's days where you can come in and you're very focused. Like you're in, you want to get the work. It's almost like you want to get the work done and get home to her again. But when she's here, it's you seem more relaxed. You seem more comfortable in the space. Even if she's not in the same room, if you're like down in the kitchen and she's upstairs or whatever, it's just knowing that she's here. It's fine. She has that calm and influence on you without even trying to.
And I suppose people don't realise that's what animals do, human being.
100%.
So your heartbeat regulates to their heartbeat. Yeah. I think that's amazing that an animal can do that for you. She's no service dog out there, that she has got issues and she's got attitude.
She's just staring at me right now like going, I know you're talking about me.
She's got lots of drama and sass.
Yeah.
But I think I was told once that you're always given the dog that you're meant to get.
Oh God, yeah. You don't pick dogs. Dogs pick their owners. 100%.
And at the start, when she was a little puppy and running ragged, I was like, I don't believe that. No, I was not meant for this. But now I understand it. Yeah. And I think there's a purpose to them. And you're giving them a good life, but it's actually they're doing more for you.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And like you say, they don't even expect anything for it. It's just is there food in the bowl occasionally? There's water in the bowl. I'm allowed to go outside and go for a wander. She's like, don't tease me. But it's that unconditional love that you get from animals that it can never be reciprocated or replicated, by humans. It just can't. as much as we try, we don't deserve dogs. Like as humanity, we don't deserve what we get from them.
And I think if you go down to Mrs. Murray's and you see the dogs that have been abandoned or they've found stray, it breaks your heart that someone can do that to a dog. When I see how much Ruby means to me, that even just a little bit of help. We do go down with Ruby gets a stash of treats at Christmas, none of which she's allowed to eat, right?
That's spread out over the year.
So we put them at Mrs. Murray's. When we go down there, I'm always trying to see what else I can do to help.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people in Aberdeen either are ignorant to the fact that, or they're not animal people, so they don't know. But animals are vulnerable that way.
Oh, yeah.
And we create a lot of their issues. And I just think for the ones who do realise that and understand that and have an appreciation for them, just a little something to help means a lot.
So what led to, obviously you've said the sales of the book originally, the proceeds were going to Mrs. Murray's. There's a lot of rescue options, there's a variety of different sort of shelters and stuff. What led to Mrs. Murray's being the one that you chose?
Well, I would say that I've known Mary, who runs Mrs. Murray's, and her partner Mike. They go to the same gym.
Fair.
And I suppose it's time to mention that because it's also an important part of my life.
Oh, yes.
So Bodbox.
That and your frozen shoulder are coming up very shortly.
Bodbox is a place that people, it's like a family. So it's a boxing gym in Bridgerdawn. Gregor and Tom McPherson are the most incredible trainers I will ever meet. I can't speak highly enough of them. They make you feel safe, but you also work out like I've never worked out anywhere else before. Like these normal gyms are just not a patch on a workout at Bodbox.
Yeah.
But Mike
yes, we hear you. Oh.
Is part of the Bodbox family, and so was Mary at one point. So we've created a relationship there, and it just felt like the right thing. It just all fits together. Sometimes pieces all come together, and that was how we met. But it's hard because people at Bodbox are your family, so they're not blood related, but we've got a bond.
You literally sweat together after a while in a space like that.
And it's a place where you can sweat really. You know, like you can push yourself, but no one judges you. You don't feel like you're being watched or no one's criticising what you're doing.
There's no judging. It's everyone's there for the same reason.
Everyone.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that in life I look for, but I also try and do for others. I've got a big issue with people that put other people down. And I just think there's no room for that energy. And the more we can encourage people, and I feed it off other people's energy. So when I go into there, it just feels good. There's no negativity, and I'd be there every day if I could.
Yeah. How often are you there just now?
So I do a PT with Gregor, and we do a class every now and again. Ruby has been at the gym, so she came in one time to do a PT session.
Oofed.
However, she's not so keen when I put on the gloves and start punching in the ring. She can't work out if she feels threatened or she's protecting me, but she's not like that. So maybe the boxing space is not for her. But at the time, I was like, oh, this is another story. Like, Ruby's coming to Bodbox.
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine now the illustrator just Ruby with some gloves on.
Yeah.
And the sweatband.
I know. I had to tie it up to the weight machine so that she would stay in the same place.
Power that she's got. I'm surprised the weight machine stayed in place. She barges into my legs. I feel like I'm going to get knocked over half the time. You powerhouse.
Have you ever heard the saying that dogs are like their owners?
Yes.
So I didn't really think that to start with, but now I can see Ruby's there's some similarities. And one of them is like a strong female kind of vibes that I've always been independent like that. And she's got this brute strength for a female Labrador that I've never seen. Like male Labradors, yes, but a female Labrador, I'm just like, where's she getting that from?
She is a tank.
Yes. She was a working Labrador, so there maybe is some of that in her genes, but I can see the similarities between me and her. I'd like to say I don't have as much sass as Ruby, but other people may disagree.
You'd like to say you don't have as much sass. Yeah. I'm saying nothing on that subject.
Well,
no, I'm saying nothing. We still technically pay your rent. I'm saying,
This is the thing, though. Do you not think if you are yourself, I believe in being just honest, say how it is kind of person, that if someone's got an issue or I've got an issue with them, yes, they might know about it, but then there's no issues. Like everything's resolved out in the open.
100%.
That's how I like to be. So I want other people to be like that as well.
I think it was why we got on so well with you to start with, because you were honest with us from the get-go about coming on the podcast in the first place. And that is much more preferable to us, because we can then do things that help people feel more comfortable. If they want to come on and do this and promote their stuff or talk about stuff, we want them to be as comfortable as possible. Like even before we came down, you were like, "Oh, do you mind if I use my own mug as opposed to?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's fine." But it's little things like that that make a difference.
So having like an issue with your photo being taken or being in the public domain is a massive thing for me. I've never had social media personally, and really do hate it. I feel like there's so much negativity. I think you lose control when your pictures go out there. So this was a massive thing for me to say that I was going to do. But again, I was just like, yeah, I should do it.
Yeah.
And I did get some encouragement. So from the TENS group, KLT, I'm part of the B10 group, which is a great bunch of people.
They just part of. You're in charge of that. You're the leader.
It's but I think that
she's flopped.
The encouragement you get from that meetings from other people to do it. So Kerry, who's been on before, she was like, you just have to do that. And I was like, I don't know. But or something you just push yourself to do it, and we'll see what it looks like later. I do kind of want some bloopers, so I feel like I should do something.
There's some. I'm sure we'll get some as we go. I'm waiting for one of the cameras to get knocked over by somebody going for a wonder. It's blooper will just be the camera going sideways as it goes.
I feel like I see people's bloopers and theirs look so much fun.
So the B10 stuff, KLT, how did that come about? Is that something that you felt like has helped not just you within the business, but you as a person sort of expand a little bit within the business networking thing?
So it was actually a long-standing family solicitor who's in another TENS group who I trust a lot. You know, like Kirsten's definitely somebody that if she gave me a bit of advice, I'd be taking it on board. She was like, it's maybe just something to try. I was like, oh no.
Not for me.
Networking? I was like, I've always felt like that. It's just, I suppose I've always just thought about the accountants networking and thought, no, I'm not doing that.
No thanks.
But I was like, you know, there's nothing to lose trying it out. And when I spoke to Andrew, I suppose I really like his chat. I can never work out if he's taking the piss out of me or if he's being serious. And it was intriguing. Yeah. So I was like, do you know what? I'm giving this a go. And it definitely takes a few months. I would say even 6 months for you to really get into the format and the networking, to meet the people, to create relationships. Some people go into this networking and want instant results. That's not how it works. But then this fits with me because I'm about getting to know people, being with people and helping people. I'm not into meeting somebody once and trying to make a sale or them to make a sale to me. It doesn't really interest me that way. A bit like car salesmen, like I repel them. So I see them coming and I must just put on a face and they're like, oh no.
It's like detour.
Yes, that's what happens.
But it's good.
People avoid me. I've got this face.
Well, salespeople, not just people in general, we should say. People like Sarah.
I don't know. Like on that face, they're like, oh. But this is now a year in February that I've been doing it. And I think it's so good. I can't speak highly enough of it. It's not me bigging it up because I'm in it. And giving my honest opinion that it brings you on. It brings your networking skills on. Builds relationships. Builds your network. You know more people. You're going to more events, which I've never done before being an accountant. Because you just hide behind the computer when you're an accountant. You don't need to be doing that networking bit. But it's...
Emails are enough. I can communicate with people.
Yes, a nice bit of software, a nice spreadsheet. We go home. We don't want to be out mingling with people. But once you start on your own, you have to sell your business and what you are and what you stand for. And I think I get that from our B10 group. They know me now, so they know that if I don't want to do something, then I'm not. And I will say that I'm not. But also it opens doors to different opportunities and meeting people. And I would class them in my group as friends, really. Like work friends, business friends, but they're people that you won't forget now.
Yeah.
And
They're more than just other people in the business sector. They're faces and people that when you go to other events, you can actually recognise and go over and chat with for 5 minutes.
and it'd be interesting what they would say about me, but I could see some of them actually having grown as people in confidence. I can see it happened in them.
Yeah.
So it may have happened to me. I don't see that, but
Yeah.
like they might say the same about me.
It has 100% helped with Zara's confidence for that much for the business side of things. I know that because she is so talented at what she does, but she's always lacked that confidence to just go out and talk to people about it or sit with groups of people and do stuff. And when we started the business, it was very much you're going to be the one talking to people because that's what you do. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. That's
You're
fine.
pretty good at it.
It is something that I'm good at, but I don't want to. We're just a 2-person team. You know what I mean? I don't want to put too much pressure on her to do admin stuff and too much pressure on me to do face-to-face. So she started taking on things like coming to the KLT sessions, go into chamber meetings, go into other little things by herself. And without going to the TENS groups, I don't think she would have developed that confidence at the rate she did. Like, it happened pretty quick. Normally she's quite patient with things. She'll take her time. She'll develop. That it helped massively. And I think having them every second week probably helps as well, because there's that consistency to your calendar of this is when I'm doing something.
But it's not every week and it's not at 6 o'clock in the morning. So it fits in with our calendars and there's not pressure, but there is introductions made and people meet people. And I had a great meeting this week with someone that Kerry in our group recommended, and I thought that would have never happened if I wasn't part of the TENS group. So
they take place at the right time of day as well. Like I say, not 6 in the morning, they're like afternoon, so it's folk can possibly run down on their lunch break. Monica, take a break, woman.
But I think if Andrew wants to give us some credit here for commissioning KLT, then we should take it.
100%. Andrew, fancy sponsoring more episodes? Just chuck some more at us. It'll be fine. It'll be on the go.
Welcome.
Exactly. This is the one episode just now that's not sponsored by KLT, and he's getting more talk and airtime than he does when he was on.
I know.
Goodness me. So you mentioned obviously this coming in and taking over, sort of doing Stellar Blue, setting everything up, even doing all this. Everything started as family business originally, working for the family. And everything was based within this building that we're in now for the longest time. How long have you then sort of worked in? I'm not going to give the address away. Folk want to find it, check out Stellar Blue. How long have you worked within sort of this building, this part of Aberdeen then?
So when I first started in the family business, it was actually Peterhead based.
Aye.
Being from Peterhead, father being a fisherman. So it did start in Peterhead and he's always been based there.
Yeah.
But I said, as part of the deal, you can't get me as your accountant in Peterhead. This is going to be, there's going to be an issue. So for 10 years, I've been based here, working for different companies. But I think as I provided more support to my dad in the family business, he then created more companies and did more things. So it became diverse from fishing to property to management consultancy. I suppose it all just grew because I was there to support him, not just as an accountant. So when you work for a family business, you are the janitor, you are the cleaner, you are the accountant, but you're also the sounding board to bounce things off of. You're the person to fall out with someone because the decisions are not right. People think it's maybe a little bit easier because you work for the family and you can say, oh, stuff it, I'm going home today.
Aye.
But actually, it's when your dad's calling you at 7 o'clock at night, you're like, what do you think about this? And you're like, oh, for God's sake.
It's like, I'm not thinking about it right now, thanks.
I am now, thank you. So there's good and bad to everything. I had the security that I knew I was working with family. But also, I could say if my boss was being an absolute wido, then I could tell him.
Tell him. Instead
of having to hold my tongue a little bit, which is not good. I'm not good at doing that.
Yeah, it's not good for you.
I can feel it festering in here. And that's when I get this need, that's when the boxing gym comes in handy. Just need to get a session. I will sometimes text Gregor and say, do you have an hour free? We need to use some pads.
Please, I need to hit something.
Yes.
That's a good connection to have. That's a good relationship to have with someone that is there to look after your well-being, to be able to just be like, look, I need time, please help. Do you have it?
Even in lockdown, when there were no gyms, I got upset because I was like, how do I get my PT? But Tom, we set up a FaceTime in my garage. Tom was like, what do you have in your garage? Oh, that's a tire. Bring that over here. And I was like, what?
Please bring this over.
Yes. You think you can't do a PT in a garage that's full of your rubbish? Well, that's not true.
Yeah.
He can make a sweat out of nothing.
Yeah.
And I think it's that bit, you just know that they're there for you. And so in return, you want to be there for them.
Yeah. It's that accumulation and building of relationships that you spoke about it at the start, about how important it is for you for business, but it's pretty clear just from the conversation. If anyone was unsure about, is she like this for life as well as business? Yes. Because if you weren't, then you wouldn't have that connection with your business.
I think it's that. So I see just being a person, your person, and looking after you, so important.
Yes.
I've got really strict boundaries on things that I do, my sleep, my food, things like that, because that lets me be the best version of me.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people almost neglect themselves. They're putting everything into their business, or they're doing, like their job, or something takes over, and expect their body just to be able to keep up.
Yeah.
But this body you've got is your only body, and it actually gives you everything in life. So treat it well.
Look after it.
It's and it is, people are like, oh, she's getting on at me about my sleep again. But I meet potential clients, we have a coffee. Yes, I want to hear about their business, but also I want to hear about them. And I can tell pretty quickly when someone's out of balance, and when there's something going on that needs to be, I can see that very easily. Before I know it, I'm actually pointing them in the direction of things to do before you go to bed.
Yeah.
What to try and do. Cut out the screens, no sugar, like things like that. And I'm like, I'm not their guru or their counselor or their mentor, but I see it as just as important as explaining what dividends you can take or how to set up your limited company, because it's all one.
Yeah.
It's all you.
Yeah.
And if you are operating well and in full cylinders, your business is going to thrive. I think that, and I just got this feeling inside me, like a burning feeling to help them. I think that's my driver.
Have you always felt like that connection between yourself and your body is important, or is that something that developed over time? Or
I'd say that I've always felt, I can always see the connection between eating junk and then not, like performing well. I could definitely see that. But after COVID, I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue, and I didn't know what it was to start with. So I was at the boxing gym 5 times a week. I was the fittest I've ever been in my life. I just was buzzing from that, but it just crashed. They said it was the vaccine. I spent years going back and forth with my doctor saying, well, I don't feel well. I'm exhausted. I can't walk the precious dog. I knew there was something not right, but nobody was listening. And it takes a lot of strength and a lot of determination to fight people that are saying, oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
Just have a jelly, baby. You'll be fine. And you just know there's something not right, but you don't know. You're kind of lost a little bit. So it took years to get diagnosed. But also once you're diagnosed with something like that, there's no help. There's no, what do you do? Yeah. You're just like, oh, you've got chronic fatigue. You're off the pop. You're tired.
Yeah, it's like, cool, you've got a title for it, but what do I do about it?
Yeah, there's no help on the NHS, or I suppose no guidance. So I had to find doctors that had written, I suppose, books, and I'd been intrigued by their guidance, got in touch with them, and it all kind of started a different journey of the key, I suppose the key to your health starts at the basics. Like sleep, like food, and you take that for granted that that's not going to make me better. Yeah. But you start putting these strict things in place, and I couldn't believe the difference. How actually, and now I'm so buzzing to get a good night's sleep. So if I put these things in place, no screens before bed and the things like that, and I get this sleep, I'm just so ecstatic. I get up buzzing in the morning. I'm like, this is great.
I'm rested.
Yes. But people then don't. They take for granted, or they don't sleep well, but they just accept that that's how it can be. But actually, if there's something not right, do something to change it. And you just might find a better version of you in that process. And I think we are so focused on screens and social media and TV. It's became addictive.
Oh, 100%.
But is it a positive addiction? You know, like I don't see anyone claiming to be scrolling and doom scrolling and for hours and feeling good after it.
Yeah. But what I like is that acceptance of time as well. It's the same thing you said about the networking, is it's not going to happen overnight.
No.
If you're feeling off and you're going to make changes, it's like the people who eat one salad and wonder why they haven't lost weight yet.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen overnight. It has to be about creating habits, creating routines. And to be fair, I think habits is probably a better word than routines, because routine sounds very restrictive and like I have to do this at this time. Whereas if it's a habit, it's still flexible, but it feels like it's a choice from that point onwards, as opposed to it being forced on you.
There is a bit of discipline required.
Yeah.
So to start with, when I was doing my no screens 2 hours before sleep, you get this feeling that you want to check your phone.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to see. Like you get this itchy feeling that you want to do that because it's your habit. But there's a bit of discipline involved to say no, don't do it.
Yeah.
3-4 weeks down the line, I'm like, see you later. And it then becomes, I said I would try it for a month, and that's 2 years.
Yeah.
So no one can contact me after 8 p.m. If it's an emergency, the phone calls get through, but that's really it.
Yeah.
So I'm away to the world unless I've got something on. But what are you missing out on? What are you scared to miss out on?
Yeah.
If you're creating a better version of you to shine through the day.
What is there to have FOMO about if you're happy with yourself? Like, being happy and comfortable within yourself has to be priority. Like, over the last few years, I've been saying that being selfish isn't a bad thing. I know we heard the bangs. Apologies if anyone's heard the snoring in the last few minutes as well, by the way. It's the cutest thing in the world, and it's distracted me massively. No, which we're surprised about. Speaking of good sleep,
I know.
last night wasn't the best night's sleep. But it's that being selfish isn't a bad thing. Like, you're not the center of the universe, but you're the center of your universe.
Yes.
So if you don't put yourself first, no one else is going to. And I know people will say, oh, but I put this before anything else. Yeah, but you need to think of yourself. You need to do what's best for you, because no one else is better positioned to know how you feel, how you act, how you're thinking, what your mental state is. You're best positioned to do it and to make those changes to feel better about yourself.
It's being able to put the strict boundaries in place. It is really difficult to say no to someone when they ask you to do something, but you just learn how.
Yeah.
And I'm now really good at saying
Oh, yeah. You're good at saying no.
I am.
Yes, you're good at saying no.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Which is why, like, whenever it comes to little things, this is why, even when you go, it's fine, you can do whatever you need to do, I still run it by you, because I'm like,
So you don't want me to come?
I'd rather get the no from you straight away than get the disappointed, well, you never asked.
No, yeah. I think it's and this is going back to what I'm saying, is that how you are as a person at home or in your social life then affects how you are at work.
Yeah.
So if you get that balance at home and get yourself feeling good, work on, like letting your body do what it needs to do.
Yeah.
Then you're going to shine at work. And I can see that. I can see people not having that balance and struggling with that.
Yeah.
And you just can see what they could do to help. And what? I can't help them. I can't do it for them.
No, exactly.
They've got to.
Do you ever get that frustration of seeing that and making suggestions to people and them not necessarily not taking it on? Because like you say, you're not a guru, you're not a health advisor, you're not this, you're not that. But I think if you say, like, met us, we had a chat and you were like, oh, have you tried this or have you tried that? And then a few months later, we're still in the same situation. You meet us again, and it's like, oh, did you try that? No. Do you ever sit there and just be like, well, why not? Well, I suggested this. You could be feeling better by now.
I think I suppose I recognise that a lot of people, it takes a lot for people to do, like to do.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are like, yeah, I should do that. And I can't do that. And yeah, but to actually go and do it is a different step forward.
Yeah.
I've always been I'm going to do it type person. So I kind of respect that that's actually quite a difficult thing for.
Yeah.
And I do bite my tongue a lot. I can see, like I can just see things. I can see a plan that's so much better than.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why can you not see that?
Yeah.
I can just see things a bit differently to other people. But it's having that, I think it is having the self-discipline. Some people just maybe don't have that.
Fair.
And I quite like, I suppose, the discipline from the boxing side works for me because I like the discipline. And when I see Gregor and how he trains, he's 21, he's a professional boxer, but he motivates me.
Yeah.
And he inspires me on days that I can't be bothered. And I'm like, well, if he can do that,
Yeah.
I can do this.
Yeah.
So also it's finding people to motivate you or that you look up to or you respect as a push.
Are you comfortable stepping away from something that you feel isn't benefiting you anymore? Because I think that's one thing a lot of people struggle with, is letting go of, not anchors that are weighing them down or dragging them down, but struggling to let go of something that's perhaps not benefiting you.
Give me an example of what you...
Friend groups, alcohol, smoke. Some people struggle with letting go of, I say alcohol and smoking, those are kind of vices more than anything else, but being in the wrong kind of environment, being in the wrong gym, being in the wrong kind of space, being in the wrong office, being in the wrong building. Do you find it's easier now that you've accepted that, level of discipline and stuff, to just go, this doesn't work for me anymore, I need to change?
Yes, I think when you're so fatigued, you kind of work out or you analyse what makes you feel good, what brings you energy and what doesn't. And the things that don't, they've just got to go. So for a while it was alcohol and socialising. I just didn't do that. It was like off my radar.
Yeah.
But now that I've got the energy back, I pick very wisely what I do.
Yeah.
So I'm good at saying no to social events and to friend groups. But if there's something I really want to do, I do it.
Yeah.
It's just when you see people getting results from their dedication and their motivation, you know that things are not handed to you easy.
Yeah.
Like, why would you expect to get something handed to you?
Yep.
But you do the hard work on yourself and on your business and whatever else you're doing, surely something's going to pay you back that way.
Yeah. I think that ability to let go of things and start focusing on the positive stuff, start focusing on making changes that are going to work for you.
I actually have worked with a few different coaches. I've had a counsellor, I've had a business coach, I've had a mentor, and they're all really good at pointing out things you maybe don't see.
Yeah.
A lot of people think, well, I don't need to pay someone to tell me the obvious. But actually, if someone just changes your mind frame a little bit, a 1%, a 0.5%, it could totally change the outlook or the results of something. That
It could be a ripple effect. It's like, yes, it might only be a small percentage changed of that, but that could then change a bigger percentage of this, which then changes something else. It rolls downhill and starts to gather momentum.
When you get people that'll say something to you and it just sticks in your head forever. And one of those things for me was, if you don't appreciate what you've got now, you'll never get anything more in life. So it's having that appreciation for what you've got, which is Ruby.
Yeah. Yes.
Which is Ruby.
Small pile on the floor of puddle. Small puddle of dog.
No.
She's just done. I remember you saying before we even came onto this, you were just like, I'm going to take her for a longer walk and tire her out a wee bit so she's not going to go.
I actually did.
I think it worked because she is done. She's had her 10 minutes of exploration before we started. Not that she needs to explore this place. She knows her way in and out of it. But yeah, she's done. Do you find that those kind of walks are beneficial for you as well, though, over her?
Oh, absolutely. So we've got our favourite walks that we do sometimes, don't we? Do you want to come up beside me?
You're going to sit in the hill. Go sit with the blanket. She's like, I am fine down here, thank you.
I know. But I do enjoy, so the beach is Ruby's favourite. And I thought, I enjoy it.
Oh, there she goes.
Let's see.
Here you go. You're back on camera now, showgirl. she'll go, oh, look at her. She's so done with life. She's just like, I don't know. Can I go back upstairs up my chaise long?
She doesn't like cuddles and kisses.
Yeah.
But I steal them from her when she's vulnerable and she can't move. So like when I could get her and squish that little face.
She likes getting attention, but like you say, it's just not that overly affectionate attention.
It's on her terms.
Yes, quite right too.
Well, and I think that's like me.
Yes.
So I don't want a hug. I'm not going to hug you if I don't want to. You might want one, but I'm like, no, thank you. And I'm quite clear about saying that. Whereas other people would do the awkward, like, hug and didn't want to.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
it just makes it more awkward.
Yeah. I'm like, no.
You see, I'm a hugger. I feel, and with dogs especially, I do it with Ruby, and I know you've mentioned it, and Leanne's mentioned it. She comes over to me. I'll lie down on the floor with her, just be like, "Hello, I am here." I'm an engaged person when it comes to that kind of stuff. But having your own boundaries, as you mentioned before, is a really good thing to do. Sorry, we got off tangent as well. Walks. She loves going down the beach.
So the beach, I've got a secret beach that I'm not going to mention because I don't want everybody in Aberdeen flooding to the beach.
No.
I've told a few people already, and I'm like, that's enough. Like, no more. No more people.
When you see them on that beach, you're like, damn it.
Because I can go there and there's no one else. It's me and Ruby, the sand and the sea.
Perfect.
I thought, so she basically, you take a dog to a beach and it's like taking a kid to a sweet shop. It's like, woohoo. But actually it does a lot for me as well as her.
Yeah.
I thought this was the sea air. I was like, oh, this is why. However, I read an article and it's all about how the air in the water, it does something with the atoms.
Okay.
It creates energy.
Oh.
Now, I can't quote the article because I've not got that kind of brain. But this fascinated me because it's not my imagination. Like, you go for a walk at the beach and you feel better.
Yeah.
We've got so much nice beaches. Like, all the way from Peterhead, where, like, we can go all the way through Aberdeen on a beautiful beach. We're like, why are people why do people take that for granted and not actually enjoy the beach? Is what I don't know.
It's such an easy space to enjoy. I get people go, it's Aberdeen Beach, it's cold, it's freezing. Layer up.
Oh, it's great.
Layer up and go like that. I like when things that we describe it as fresh.
Yes.
You know, it's like go out and it's just, I never say things as good. It's like I take Derek out at like 6:45 in the morning. And when I go outside, I'll come back and he'll be like, oh, what's it like outside? And I'll go, it's fresh this morning. But that to me is good. That's a thing that it gives you that energy. It gives you that, I'm awake now.
Yes.
I'm alert. I'm here. I'm with what's going on. I'm engaged now with my day and things that are going on.
We take for granted, we don't maybe have the warmest temperature, but we definitely take for granted our fresh air.
Aye,
and
100%.
You go to the beach. So we got a photo shoot done when we got the book done. I decided I was going to get some pictures done. We worked with a great photographer, Lisa Simpson, who came to the beach with me and Ruby with someone who doesn't like getting their photo taken. And I have never enjoyed a photo shoot like that because it was out in the open. It was in our happy spot. Yeah. And I got the pictures back. I was like, oh, this is the perfect picture for me in our spot. And it brings, you get that warm, fuzzy feeling.
Yeah.
So when if my week's been tough or I feel my energy dipping a bit, I need to make space in the calendar for a beach walk. Yeah. And I am the geek that checks the tide times. Like,
nothing wrong with that.
I feel like it's sensible to do. Like,
I was going to say, if you're going for a walk down the beach, knowing the tide times isn't a bad thing.
Someone said to me, why do you do that? I'm like, do you not? Like, is that not what you do? You check the weather and you check the tide times. But it's making time for things like that in your diary and actually blocking it out. Not saying I'm going to do that and then the weekend passes by and you've not done it.
Yeah, and you've not done any of it.
And these things are important. You might have a car full of sand and you might smell wet dog on your way home, but...
Oh no. the end of the world is not... The thing is, if you're going to... This is the one that baffles me, and it's like if people are going to have a dog, these things are going to happen. You're going to get stinky breath in your face first thing in the morning. You're going to get lots of random stuff appear that you go, where has that come from? You're going to move a bit of furniture and find a toy or a treat at some point that's been dumped and left behind. Yeah. Like getting angry or upset at animals because they're doing things that they normally do is just... It breaks my brain. But
I think it learned... So when I first got Ruby, I did probably admittedly have a bit of OCD with the cleaning and everything used to be quite so... I think that fitted in with being an accountant. Everything is like in its box, in its place. but they teach you that these things don't matter. And then you start to relax because things are never perfect, and that's fine. But they definitely push your capabilities when it comes to things like that. And I think they're just teaching you what's important and what's actually not to sweat that small kind of stuff. Does Ruby care that her bed is not being cleaned in a little while, or there's cracker crumbs in her bed? You know, like, does she care?
No, because that's snacks for later. That's later treats. They've been stored
I do think
specifically.
you've got to be friends with your Hoover. That's maybe the only thing I'd say. You've got to get a good Hoover.
Yeah. That's do you know something? Up until having a dog, it might have been when I had the cats originally. Up until having them, I was very much the stereotypical bloke living by himself.
You never hoovered.
Well, I just had the cheapy little Hoover. It didn't really matter very much. And then it was like, after getting him, it was like, no, I have to have a decent pet Hoover. I have to have someone for getting the hair up out of the
What's
places.
your top-rated Hoover?
Right now, it's the Shark one that we've got.
Oh.
Because it's got headlights on it.
Oh, yes.
And we can actually like get into the corners, so we can see when we're hoovering, because it lights up. We've got quite a dark floor in like the kitchen and the hallway, so it's nice to be able to actually like see it properly, because even having the big light on in the room doesn't help show up the corners.
Bits, yeah.
And it's nice to be able to see and get right into those corners and go, because again, it was quite lazy of, I'm hoovering the main bit of floor and never getting down the edges and everything. Whereas now it's like, no, I can see everything and I need to get everything.
I do wonder if I should invest in Dyson, because I feel like I am a spokesperson for Dyson and I have every Dyson product there is. So I am Team Dyson that way, but you just need a good Hoover.
It's amazing the things that we learn from having pets in our life that we never learn besides. Again, the importance of just maintaining bedding regularly. Not that I didn't wash bedding. I come across as a total scummy weirdo now. But just little things that, like, you know, how often do dogs need to be bathed? How often do dogs need their teeth brushed? How often do other things happen that you might not have thought about before? And it creates those habits for you.
Yeah, and it's routine a little bit. So people, you don't want to be so restrictive with your routine, but dogs thrive in routine.
Yeah.
And I suppose we do probably, but we don't like to admit that. So if every morning, rain or shine, you were going out there, then it's your routine and it's happening. If you didn't have that, you wouldn't do it.
I think my days wouldn't start as well as they do now. Like, I've always been a morning person. I've always been get up and do stuff in the morning, so that by the time it comes to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm basically done.
Yeah.
And as other people are starting to come out of work, or kids are coming out of school and the streets are getting busier, I'm like, I'm not. I'm at home.
Right.
I'm done with it. But having Derek in that routine of 6:45, my alarm goes off, I literally just roll out of bed, chuck some clothes on, chuck his harness on, and we're off and we're out.
Yeah. And you're more awake when you're done.
Yeah, at the weekends, I always say to myself, right, I'm not going to set an alarm at the weekend. And I don't. I'm still awake at 6:45. I'm still going out with him at the same time, because now I'm in that routine, that habit of, I'm going out, and bless her, she sits there going, can we just get a long lie? I'm like, you don't have to get up. Like, it's the one thing we've always said ever since she and I met. She's never had to worry about morning dog walks, unless when I was doing shift work or whatever.
That's
But it's just like, she doesn't have to worry about getting up in the morning, because she's not a morning person, but I am.
Yeah, and that works. That's a good teamwork.
I'll get up and take him out in the morning. Not a problem. He's now got that routine.
Yeah.
He loves it. I love it. And I'm not a routine person.
Okay.
I'm not one for having a routine of, I do this, I do that, or whatever. But I do technically still have one, but it's not because of me. He's helped me get that.
You wouldn't do that if it wasn't for him.
Yeah, I'm not getting up and taking myself out for a walk at 6:45 in the morning.
No, you wouldn't, especially in the rain.
No. Well, the rain I don't mind. I love rain.
Oh God.
Rain is the best. To me, rain is the best weather on the planet. I love the rain. I can't remember if I've said this to you before, but if we get a heavy downpour and like a proper bouncing, I go outside for a walk. Not with an umbrella up, nothing. I'll just put my sliders on and go for a walk outside.
I understand. So extreme weather, absolutely yes. So extreme wind, rain, those kind of conditions, feel like a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Or hurricane or something like that.
I'm not sure I'd go out in a hurricane.
Yeah, so I'd love that. But I secretly wanted to be a storm chaser when I was a kid.
You've mentioned this to me once before, yeah.
Which was never part of the 10-year plan. Like,
did you watch Twister as a kid or something and just go, that's going to be me?
It's going to the States on holiday and
Yeah.
getting some thunderstorms, thinking these are amazing.
Yes, please.
Yes.
All the Americans are going, get inside. You're like, no.
No. But extreme weather is because it's grounding.
Yeah.
So it makes you feel the importance of Mother Nature and how actually Mother Nature controls everything.
True.
You don't have that control. So whether we have a windstorm or we have really heavy rain, it just brings you back to reality a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that's what extreme weather does. And that is why I like it too.
See, I have control issues. I freely admit that. Control issues are a big thing for me. I don't like not feeling in control of what I'm doing, which is weird because, like you say, that when it comes to those extreme weathers, I have no control, and I love it.
Yes.
But it's one of the issues I have always had with alcohol, other substances, anything like that makes me feel like I'm not in control of my body or what I'm doing.
Okay.
Nah, it does something. I hate that feeling of just not being in control of myself.
That's yourself. Whereas the weather that's your surroundings that you're not in control of.
I just love heavy rain, especially. I will, if it starts, I've seen myself, I think it started from when I was a kid. So I grew up like half in Aberdeen, half in Great Yarmouth.
Okay.
And grandparents' house in Great Yarmouth was like out in the sticks, just at the edge of it. And they had like Velux windows in the bedroom I used to use when I went down there. And there was a thunder and lightning storm one night when I was a kid. And without even having to get out of bed, I could just lie in bed and look out of this angled Velux style window across the slant of the roof and see the rain battering off it.
Yeah.
Listen to like everyone else is closing windows in the house. I opened that bedroom window. I could see the lightning when it streaked down in certain points. And ever since then, I've just been obsessed.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Give me heavy rain. I love it. I can't help it. I'd go down to the beach and go for a walk along, whatever.
I think having one day of this extreme weather is great. But the 3-4 weeks of the rain we had tested everyone's patience.
God, I think it's because it was so quickly on the back of 2 weeks of snow.
And it was the dullness. So I actually really like our weather in terms of it's not too hot in the summer. I like a bit of cold weather, actually. I do like the cold weather. But it's this dullness part that I think we just need a little bit of sunshine to give us a boost.
Yeah, a wee bit of vitamin D out of the sky would be a mad. It does confuse me when we go from pure darkness to then what is that fireball in the sky and where did it appear from?
People forgot what it was like.
Genuinely, there was one day, I think, during it, because they said we went like 19 days without sunshine at one point. And at one point, just at the end of that, it broke through a cloud as me and Z were pulling out of the car park. And I looked at him like this at the window going, hell's that? What? I'm looking at her going, am I just seeing things? Like, am I hallucinating now because it's been so long? It's just so weird, but that's the joy of it. They always say, like, Aberdeen's 4 seasons in one day a lot of the time. So it's the only place I've ever lived where you can go out in a pair of shorts, but also a parka, just in case.
Yeah, I'm not into these people that wear the shorts in the winter. No, I'm like looking, thinking, what are you doing? Like, wrap up warm, you're gonna catch a chill.
See, I'm shorts and leggings, but still with a big jacket.
Yeah.
Because when my legs feel cold, it's like that fresh feeling in the morning. When my legs get cold, I feel like my muscles start activating a little bit.
Do you ever go freshwater swimming? Do you go in?
No, but I've been tempted by it. Same as like getting a cold plunge bath or whatever having in the house. I like a cold shower in the morning.
I think cold showers, yes, do that. But I think actually going into the sea, our sea is great because it's that nice cold temperature all year round.
Yes, frozen.
Yeah. But you just dip in there for 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You'll come out on this high the whole day.
Yeah.
And it's actually amazing to do. I don't do it as much as I'd like, but I do sometimes go down at 6:30 with my friend and we do we call it Dukes here, but I do a little bit of swimming. She's shrieking because it's so cold. We'll have a giggle, but actually it's when you come out, your body's gotten a total boost from that.
You're awake, you're alert, you're tuned into what's going on.
And we've got that right here. We don't have to go far to get that. But people maybe just don't take advantage of what we've got.
Yeah, no, it's true. And again, it comes down to that, we've spoken about it before on this, the Aberdeen mentality of just wanting to moan about everything all the time.
Yes.
It doesn't fit. I'm just, like, I spoke with some folk at the Chamber recently and it was like anyone who's expected, like everyone wants Aberdeen to be better. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
But for some strange reason, we want the baby, we don't want to carry it to term.
No,
We want that positive thing at the very end, but we don't want the labour that goes through to get to it. It's gonna suck.
no.
Are they trying to do too much at once? Probably. There are a lot of different projects happening in Aberdeen at the same time, which is maybe a little bit too much for people. But as those projects are slowly finishing, like the Broad Hill, it finished pretty quickly, and what a difference to it. It's now accessible to more people.
It's great.
Yeah, you can actually use, there's steps that you can use to get up. There's not just dodgy mud paths that you try to walk up and fall in bad weather. There's going to be teething problems to get through all this stuff, but the beach is a big one. There's all the renovations happening down there, the boulevard partially closed off, still arguing over what's actually going to be put at the end of it. I just think there's so much like potential within Aberdeen as a city.
There is actually, and there's a lot of good people in Aberdeen. They say it's a village, maybe so,
Yes.
but it's a good village. And I don't think people shout about it enough that way. We are really good at criticising everything that everyone does. But actually, again, a bit like bigging people up, we should big everything up. And because it's a positive energy you're creating and not a negative one. Negative energy, negative words, negative body language actually helps. Nothing.
Yeah. Get you nowhere.
Actually, it doesn't. It's your subconscious brain. It's telling your subconscious brain all this negativity. So you're spreading that like wildfire. Like, I don't see how there's a positive outcome going to come from that.
There's nothing. There's nothing positive to be gained from negative energy at all. Other than, like, don't get me wrong, if you're down about something, if you're negative about something, be negative about it, vent it, move on.
Yeah.
Get it out. Fine. Like you say, if you've got a problem with someone or there's something negative going on there, tell them, make it aware, get it out into the open, and then either accept it or move on. Like, it's just,
Just holding on to things isn't going to help you in the long run.
No. If it was, then I was going to say I'd still be married.
But this is how Ruby helps, because they don't hang on to anything.
Yeah.
So they don't sweat the small stuff or the big stuff. They sweat nothing. And so every day it's like a reminder to not hang on to things. Just live in the moment. I know sometimes you can't do that all the time, but they are a constant reminder how we should really be.
Yeah.
So they
sprawled out in a doorway.
Snoozing. Eat good food. Don't sweat. Don't hang on to things. Just let them go. Yeah. But also live in the moment.
I was going to say, live in the moment is a big one.
The right now. Like, don't be thinking about tomorrow. They're not thinking about tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just think about what they're doing right now.
Yeah. It's like, right now I'm snoozing. Wake up. Ooh, am I hungry? No, I don't want to go outside.
Nah.
I go back to sleep.
Yeah. So it's taking that message every day and bringing you back to reality. When you're starting to like spin and things are spiraling in your head, they just bring you back right here to the moment. So it's like a life lesson, actually, having a dog.
Yeah.
And maybe people that don't have them don't quite realise that, but I think everyone should have one.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that. Well, you've got one book already.
Yeah.
You've spoke about other stories have potentially developed in there. Is there a plan to actually go ahead and do another one?
I'm waiting to see.
Okay. Sounds
very leaving it open, but because this book is still on sale on Amazon and I'm trying to sell it, I'm trying to tell everybody about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to then add an extra one yet to the mix. It would be hard to pin down the next story because there's so many.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to do more. I'm going to do 10. Like there's a season.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Like Stephen King and horror books, we're going to get about 600 of the things all together.
But I want to just wait and see. I feel the energy. I feel the excitement from me, from Stellar Blue, from things. So there is more brewing. I can feel that when you just feel the energy bubbling in me.
That there's someone under the surface just ready to go.
But we're just waiting to see what it's going to look like. So maybe I come on here in a year's time and we see what it is.
I think there will be another one. In fact, I don't even think, I know there will be another one because, it's going to happen. I can see it straight away. I already know that it's going to happen because, you strike me as when there's something good has happened, why wouldn't you want to repeat that good? Why don't you want to keep doing something that's positive, that
Yeah.
you do for the right reasons for yourself, not the right reasons for anyone else. If anyone else benefits from it, great, but priority is do things for the right reasons for yourself. And I think writing that book and telling her story is something that brings you a lot of positive joy and a lot of positive energy, because you've got that lasting memory of her forever.
I know.
It doesn't go anywhere, regardless of anything else. You can always have that there. So why wouldn't you want to have more of them?
I know.
You know?
It is actually a really good, and I like the way that you can see that. So it's not just me feeling that.
Yeah.
You obviously can feel that from.
100. Yep. I'm trying to stop saying 100%. I say it so often. Jesus. 100%, 100%, 100%. Bloody hell. I've got to edit that out of this bloody episode, if nothing else.
Oh, I know. We need to add some. I want to add some bloopers in so that.
We'll just make some up after the episode's finished, and we'll create a bloopers episode as it goes. Well, obviously, no definite plans, but another book is going to happen. What else is on the horizon for you for this year then? Obviously, we're recording this on National Book Day, which is kind of a
I know.
key
We're
thing
going to
for doing
mention
this.
that.
What else? What's next on the calendar for you for this year?
I suppose there's only so much I can say
Yeah.
officially. Stellar Blue is my focus, and we are going to be doing some charitable events coming up in the near future, which will all be kind of disclosed pretty soon. I don't want to go plug anything right now.
No, that's fine.
But that is something, again, that I've just felt in my gut that needs to be done.
Well, there's the plug for that is follow on the socials, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you can find Stellar Blue. Keep up to date with it, and then you'll know when these things are coming.
Yes, that's a good shout.
There you go.
We're going to do that. And I think it's really this year is about helping. I suppose every year is going to be like that, but it is me helping the clients that I've got.
Yeah.
Making them feel like they're okay with their figures and they're comfortable with their numbers. They can read a profit and loss. So it's my mission to get these clients I've already got on board doing that.
Yeah.
But also putting myself out there. Doing things like this, which is the most uncomfortable thing for me to do. Right? Let's be honest. But what else can you do that's pushing yourself? Because if you're staying the same, you're not growing.
True.
So whether it's on a personal business or if it's Stellar Blue, it is what can I do to push myself. I do want to increase my workouts and get back to Bod Box more, but I have also agreed with my friend to do the London Marathon. And with a big birthday on the horizons, and we're not going to mention which one.
No numbers. No.
There is going to be some proper celebrations that I've never done. I've never had a party. I've never celebrated me for my whole, adult life. But this one's going to be a humdinger. And that's a good word for the bloopers.
I was going to say, there's a humdinger for there. That's not even a blooper. That stays in constantly.
Really?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, fabulous.
That's not a blooper. That's just, it could be worse. You could be sweaming. You want other words that will take it out of things.
Is humdinger a Peterhead word, though?
No.
Or is it...
Well, that's what I mean. It could be worse. It could have been a Peterhead word. So
Yeah.
at least you're... I'm pretty sure 99% of the audience will understand humdinger.
Yeah.
They'll know it.
You think?
Oh, I would imagine so. We're local. We're a local podcast. Yeah. We're not national yet. Once we go national, then international. Never gonna
Me on
happen.
there.
I've done one international project in the past, and it was great. But see, trying to keep up to date with like time zones when people were feeding back and commenting and giving stuff, it hurt my brain. I ended up having to get someone else to do the social media side of things for me because I couldn't keep up to date with it all. My brain just didn't process time zones very well.
I think it's good, though, that you keep it local.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that I've seen your other podcasts and they're interesting, and it's listening to people that you would never listen to.
Yeah.
A bit like this one. Who was really going to tune in to an accountant in a podcast?
Yeah.
But it's something that you would never normally, people you would never actually normally chat to.
Yeah.
But you're chatting to them, and people are watching it like they're in the room.
Yeah. That's what we're trying to do. We don't care, like we said multiple times, we don't care about promoting businesses. We care about promoting people.
Yeah.
And that's why, yes, Stellar Blue is a big thing for you, but this is more about you, your story, how the book came around, the importance of having Ruby around. It's more about people. And like you say, it's getting to know people a bit better that makes everyone connect with other things.
You're pretty good at that. I feel like you can bring the chat because we don't know what we're going to talk about. I had no plan of what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
So for anyone watching this, that's how you approach one of these episodes. If you want to come on one, don't worry about pre-planned questions. No, I don't like. Maybe have things that you think, oh, I want to make sure I mention that.
Yeah.
But beyond that, just come in, sit down. We put the kettle on. Sometimes guests bring treats.
I did.
And sometimes guests bring dogs. Dogs are always welcome on this. Is there anyone, before we wrap things up, is there anyone that you think would be fun to hear from on a future episode? Anyone that you think, I want to hear this person, or this person's got a cool story, I think the rest of the world deserves to hear it?
There's a lot of people with cool stories. I don't want to nominate them in case they get a little bit of a, I'm not doing that. Can you make it family? Like, can I nominate somebody in the family?
I think I'm dragging your sister down into this.
Yes.
Okay. Leanne.
Because she is always there for me. I'm the sensible kind of sister.
Mm-hmm.
She's the fun one. She might be the one to get on this podcast and actually change your podcast forever.
She could. Yeah, there you go, Leanne. You'll be tagged in the description.
She's going to love that.
Whether you like it or not, when you go back upstairs, don't tell her. Don't tell her you mentioned it.
Let's not say anything until that she watches the podcast.
Yeah, and then we'll know if she's watched all the way at the end.
Because it's right at the end. Then it'll be like...
I'm not even going to tag her in it. Or if I do, I'm going to tag her and just say, you have to watch to the end to find out. And I'll know if you have or not, because it tells me if viewers have skipped to the end of a thing or not.
Does it?
Yeah. I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to like YouTube and podcast analytics. I can't help myself.
Because I'm going to openly admit I watch all your podcasts, but I leave them on while I'm pottering about.
Well, that's what they're aimed for. That's what we want them to be.
But so then sometimes I miss some things. And when I was watching another one, I was like, oh, I didn't see that bit. But I must have been away doing something else when it was on.
Yeah, this is why we put out like some clips and stuff during the week as well, so that some people might be like, wow, and I watched the whole thing. I don't remember that bit of the clip. And then they'll go back and watch it again.
So my bit's going to be the humdinger, is it?
That'll be a clip. I mean, there's 4 or 5 clips that go out afterwards. So we post. Okay. So for those who don't know, we post these every Monday, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
GMT. And then the clips go out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, sometimes at the weekend as well. Depends on how much I've remembered to create the clips beforehand, because this is a one-man show. I host these, I edit them, I upload them. Zara does the graphics, so like the fancy little name things and stuff that show up. But there's
a lot to it.
Yeah, there's a lot more goes into it. I mean, we spoke beforehand about how many audio files I actually have to synchronize together. There's the 2 cameras, although one of them's gone off now. I'm guessing the battery died in it. Wouldn't surprise me. There's the 2 cameras, the 2 microphones. There's an individual audio, and I have to master everything together. Tidy it all up. I do all, and as much as folk go, it's a lot to do. I love doing it. That's my thing. Is sit me in front of an audio program with a bunch of files to muck around with and play around with and tidy up, make sound pretty. I love it. Hence why we've just launched a new service that is a quick turnaround thing for audio cleanup. So if anyone has recorded an audio thing or a video and their audio is maybe a little bit off or they need it tidied up or made sound, get in contact with us. We do it as a one-off service where I can turn it around within 24 hours.
That's interesting. I feel like I've learned something new today.
There you go. Well, that and the clapper thing before we started.
Yes, that's what I'm going to get one of those. And we're just going to go.
Just going to start getting a clapper around it. I'm going to be sitting here. I'll just every so often hear the background. Sorry, Ruby, I'm just clapping near your head.
We're going to have to come back and do that.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll just create an entire bloopers episode. Well, listen, Sarah, thank you so much for coming on and chatting to us. It's been an absolute pleasure. I know it was a step outside your comfort zone, but it's been an absolute joy to sit and chat and find out a bit more about you.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime. Leanne, hope you're still watching. You're coming on next. All the links to follow Stellar Blue will be down in the description below this, as well as the Amazon link where you can pick up a copy of Ruby the Loveable Labrador. Honestly, we've got one on display here, but you'd want to have one for yourselves. Not just great for kids to sit and read, but great for you to understand just how important animals really are in people's lives. Thank you everyone for watching. If you're new to this, click like, follow and subscribe for us, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.